Prophet Walter Magaya of PhD Ministries committed perjury. Some of you might not understand what perjury is, simply because you might not have a PhD. But funny enough, Dr. Walter Magaya of PhD has a PhD, but he still committed perjury, which now makes us wonder, how did he become a PhD holder, leading a PhD ministries, and still not understand the consequences, the legal implications of perjury? Okay, let me walk you through the story. For the past few years, Dr. Walter Magaya has convinced the whole world that he is a PhD holder. Walter Magaya convinced the whole world that he does have a diploma that he got from Unisa, the PhD from Unisa, the University of South Africa. Fast forward, recently he was campaigning to be the ZIFA president. So some of the requirements of becoming the ZIFA president were ordinary qualifications, and Magaya didn't possess them. So he proposed to the state that, listen, I might not have all-level qualifications, but I have a diploma. I'm in possession of a diploma that I was graced with by the University of South Africa, which is more or less equivalent to the all-level qualification stipulated by the state for one to qualify to become the ZIFA president. He submitted the diploma to the state, to the judiciary system, to the court. Not only the diploma, he also backed it up with his PhD, his honorary doctorate, that was also awarded, allegedly, by the University of South Africa. Fast forward, Zimbabweans got very, very worried. They started thinking, how can a person of Magaya have a PhD? How is it possible that he actually is in possession of a diploma? Let's dig deeper. And indeed, they did. They contacted Unisa, and Unisa responded. Let me read to you what Unisa said about the claimed qualifications of Dr. Walter Magaya. So the one who requested for more information about Magaya's qualifications is a guy by Maynard Kudakwashe Manyowa. So the inquiry was, Walter Magaya alleged Unisa qualification, and Unisa responded, your media inquiry regarding the above has reference. Kindly be advised that based on the details you provided, our system could not trace either a student number or date of birth for Magaya. This effectively means that we do not have Mr. Magaya as a student of Unisa. As we all know that a man of God cannot lie. A prophet of God cannot lie. So I do not know if Unisa is lying to us, but the man of God cannot lie. How can a man of God lie? How can a prophet of God claim to have a diploma from this university, and the university says they do not recognize this student, this prophet, this man of God? How can a man of God, a prophet, claim to have a PhD awarded by this very same university, and this very same university debunks those claims that we do not have any records of the prophet? So if that is the case, if they don't have records of Walter Magaya, the questions that we now have are as follows. When he was wearing this gown on this ceremony, what message was he trying to sell to the world? Or was he trying to convince the world that he actually graduated? Was it just a gimmick? When he was literally standing next to this sister here, does it mean all this was for show? Was it just a gimmick? Mr. Magaya, as he was sitting right in the audience with other graduates, blending in, skillfully blending in, as if he had invested the effort to actually acquire a diploma as the other students. Does it mean he was just trying to be deceptive? Was it a calculated move to lie to the world that I graduated, I made it, Mama, I made it? So, now let's ask these questions. If he indeed submitted this diploma to the court, if he indeed submitted his PhD to the court to support his ambitions of becoming the ZIFA president, and then it is to be proven that these are fraudulent documents, it is then to be proven that these documents have no basis, association, or aren't proven by the institution. This now then means one thing, that the man of God committed perjury. And perjury is lying. But it's not simple lying. In its rightful legal terms, perjury is lying under oath. And when one lies under oath, when one misrepresents facts deliberately, there are cases where one do so innocently. There are cases where one do so simply because they have lost memory. But in this case, this lie was deliberate. It was concocted. It was predetermined. From the pictures at these graduation ceremonies to interviews that he boastfully claimed that Unisa granted him this PhD, then it gets to tell us that he committed a criminal offense. Oh, let's hear from the horse's mouth what he had to say about his accolades, his achievements. Listen to him.
Now I am getting confused because you're a doctor, you've got 3 of these, and I'm a prophet doctor. But we also have to talk about that because we always hear about, the prophet side, the football side, but you're also a very educated man.
My doctorate was given to me as accolades after, the first one was through Unisa. They came here, they stayed for a month or 2 months, analyzing my project, going in different places, seeing what I've done, and the people that I've helped, and they gave me a doctorate. So I went to South Africa and I received it. The other 2 were one American university, the other one was a British university. I didn't go to collect, but they did send to me. So yes, 3 doctors have been given to me. One of them, which I went to collect, was from Unisa University.
Okay, now I'm like, okay, I'd love to be like you and just because I'm still studying some of these things and to just be handed. But what does it mean to you when someone comes to you and says, we want to give you a doctorate?
I respected the Unisa one more because they came and stayed in Zimbabwe for a month and a half studying what I do.
Look at his face and how serious he is about it. This dude knew what he was talking about. But if Unisa debunks his claims, then it means he has to be subjected to criminal prosecution. He has to be convicted for lying under oath, for it is a criminal offense, which carries, I believe, not a minimum of 2 years imprisonment. And it also depends on various, circumstances. Like, is he a first-time offender? Is this the first time that he has lied under oath? Because Magaya has been in court on different occasions. At one point, he lied that he came out with this, was it Aguma or something like that? A drug that he was claiming that it can heal HIV and AIDS. And fast forward, it was proven that he was lying. So I hope the judiciary system in Zimbabwe will do justice and use this one as an example, that the judiciary is actually a barking dog with teeth. I think Magaya has to be used as an example so that it can just send a message to the world that we do not tolerate crime. It does not have to be long. The sentence can be lenient. 2 years is okay. 2.5 to 3, it's okay. You can pardon him along the way if you so may wish, but let's just get a bit of test of the justice system. Zimbabwe, just send a message to the world that the justice system stands for all, that we are all equal before the justice system. Let Magaya be prosecuted for lying under oath, for we all believe, and I'm sure you can back it up to those who are studying law, that this is a criminal offense. He submitted an affidavit from the police. He signed, he has his own signature there, testifying, declaring that everything that he has said is true. And then if it is going to be proven that he lied, with all the papers that he sent to court, the diplomas, the PhD certificates, and etc., then the brother must go somewhere where others who have committed the same crime are. Tell me, what do you think, people? What should be done to the former PhD holder Walter Magaya is no longer a doctor anymore until this investigation has been finalized. So when this investigation reaches its finality, I hope justice will be served. And I want to encourage the justice system in Zimbabwe and reassure you that, taking Walter Magaya where he belongs, locking him away is not a loss to the society, but in a way you would have actually saved masses from such a man, because there are so many other things that he has done, so many other things that he has been doing, and there are so many victims below his belt, so many victims that have been crying and complaining about this same man. He might not be convicted for other crimes, but for this one, may he be sent somewhere where you come back to his senses, where you have to go through, what do they call it? Rehabilitation, because Magaya needs rehabilitation. He has been, mischievous for a very, very long time, and he thinks he's above the law. Please, just show us a signal that no one is above the law. Send Grootman somewhere. I beg. I beg, I beg, I beg. And to you, my people, what do you think about the spiritual son of TB Joshua and these developments? And I wish if all these self-proclaimed PhD holders, because now we have so many apostles, bishops, prophets, and school dropouts who are calling themselves Dr. Apostle this, Dr. Prophet this, Dr. this. Where did they get those doctorates from? This calls for an investigation, a thorough investigation. Can the brother who dug deeper on this matter of Magaya's PhD or, status also do the same justice to all the DGOs who claim to be doctor this, doctor that, doctor this, doctor that? Please, it's very important, so that these men can be identified for who they are, school dropouts, because that's what they are. These are just 419 Nyaope boys. If they can lie about their academic qualifications, then what can stop them from lying about anything else, about everything else? Think through it and let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you are joining me for the first time. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you may, if you can, don't just be a spectator. Make a contribution to the community and share this video if you can.